So guys, here I have 4 pieces of grouper. You can use whatever type of fish you like for this. And to the grouper, we're going to go ahead and season with salt, some black pepper. Now these are just the seasonings that I like using. Feel free to use whatever you have on hand. I'm adding in some complete seasoning. I'm also going to go in with some fish seasoning, some green seasoning, and I'm just going to give that a mix. And we just want to allow this to marinate for about 10-15 minutes. You don't want to leave it to marinate too long. After all, it is seafood. So I'm going to set this aside, and while it's marinating, let's prepare the rest of ingredients. Okay, so we're going to start with a big pot, and to that I'm going to go in with some oil. Now I'm going to go in with some chopped onions and scallions. You want that to start to soften and get translucent. Once your onion starts to get translucent, go in with your minced garlic. I'm going to go in with 1 pimento pepper, or you can use a hot pepper if you like, and mix that in. So once those ingredients have a nice golden color, like a light brown color, we're going to add in our chopped provision. To my vegetables, I'm going to add in some Goya adobo all-purpose seasoning, and I'm going to add in some of that Maggi fish seasoning, and just give that a mix. If you wanted to season your provisions separately, of course you can do that and then add it here. When I make fish broth, I like adding in a little bit of tomato ketchup. So I'm just going in with a little bit. That adds some acidity to the dish. So I'm gonna let this fry up in here for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll add water for it to start to cook. Let me just give this a mix. So after about 2 to 3 minutes of frying up in there and developing some more flavor, we're going to add in enough water to cover our vegetables. Now you can use a fish stock or clam broth if you want for this, or vegetable broth. Okay, so my liquid is in. I'm just going to crank the heat to a medium high. We just need this to come up to a simmer. And when you're okay, so this has come up to a simmer. So guys, now I'm going to go in with my macaroni. If you don't have macaroni, feel free to use whatever type of pasta you have, or you can omit this. I like breaking this up into small pieces. Now fish broth doesn't take really long to cook. My vegetables and my provision, they're cut really small. If you cut your provision bigger, they're gonna take longer. So once you add in your macaroni, give it a mix. You just want to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of your pot. I'm gonna let that boil for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add in the fish. Okay guys, now it's time to go in with the fish that we seasoned. Give that a mix. I'm gonna add some water to this bowl so I don't waste those seasonings in there. Pour it in here. So now that the fish is in, I'm going to go in with some cauliflower and some okra. I had some cauliflower on hand. My mother-in-law puts it when she makes fish broth, so I wanted to use it up in here. So now this is going to cook. It's probably going to take about 8 to 10 minutes, after which this will be ready. That's as easy as it is to make fish broth, guys. So guys, the fish broth is finished. What I'm going to do is add in a nice piece of Golden Ray. Golden Ray butter is now widely available in South Florida at all your Caribbean and Latin supermarkets like Foodtown, Bravo, Sedenos. We're just going to mix that in, and this is now ready. You need to taste and adjust your salt once the butter is melted. Guys, I hope you go get your Golden Ray butter. I know a lot of you have been missing out on the Golden Ray, so now you can find it here readily available to you. So let me show you guys. The fish is cooked. The macaroni is almost cooked. I don't like it really soft, so it's al dente, perfect how I like it. Everything else is nice and cooked, and now all we have to do is go ahead, dish this out and serve. So guys, look at this amazing fish broth, and I made it really simple for you all to follow along. The macaroni is perfectly cooked, our vegetables are perfectly cooked, also is that fish. And I'm just going to nestle in one piece of that fish on top, a nice big slice. Now how amazing does that look? So guys, to finish this recipe, you just need to squeeze some lime juice over the top. And that's how I like to eat my fish broth, with that fresh lime juice. Just leave that lime nestled in there, and then lunch is ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Remember, as I said, Golden Ray is now available at all leading Latin and Caribbean supermarkets here in South Florida, such as Foodtown, Bravo, and Cidenos, and other smaller shops. So if you guys try this recipe, leave me a comment down below, and if you find a Golden Ray, leave me a comment letting me know where you got it so other people here in South Florida can go look for it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.